Good morning, Jerry Hawk 250 here. Getting ready to go out and take a little ride on my Lifan KPX 250. Get an early start this morning. Been enjoying this gorgeous weather. A little cool this morning, mid 60s. But it's going to be a nice ride. Hope my audio comes out good this time. I have some issues with the audio, but hopefully I got it straightened out. I hadn't really had a chance to ride the bike too much. I first got it, of course, it rained for about 2.5 months straight. And then during the week, I take my Vulcan S to work, mainly because I got to bring stuff back and forth to work, like a saddlebag. I don't have no kind of storage on this bike yet. I guess I need to get some gas here. Down to about a quarter tank. I'll go to a little local gas station here and fill her up. So far, I'm loving this bike. Huge difference from the Hawk. Performance-wise, smoothness, the counterbalance engine, and just handling all together. Yeah, Hawk, when you get above 60, 65, it gets a little squirrely. It could be just because of the tires, the big knobbies on it. But I don't think the geometry of the bike is quite the same as the KPX. KPX is just more stable. I mean, I've brought this thing up to 76 on GPS, which is like 81, I think it was, on my speedometer, which I know I wouldn't do no 80. Yeah, but let's take some back road ride here. Last weekend I took my Vulcan S out on a good long ride out in the interstate. That was a beautiful ride there. That bike's well made for interstate. I mean, you can take this out or short runs on the interstate, but regular basis I really wouldn't. It's not really designed for that. Not that it can't handle it. I'm sure you've seen some other videos of people doing it. Oh, kind of hard to put gas here, no pump. Put me some ethanol-free fuel in here. All right. Yeah, 250. Yeah, people getting interested in their bike. My little 1.6 gallons worth of gas. Let's see. Get out of here without getting run over. Let's see where I'm gonna go at today. I hadn't checked the actual fuel mileage recently. I mean, the first tank I want to say I was getting like 62 or 64. I can't remember exactly what it was. But I'll check at that in my next fill up. Yeah, it's like everywhere I go with this bike, people ask about it. I don't think they know exactly what it is. They probably think it is a Kawasaki KLX. And I'll probably do my oil change either this afternoon or tomorrow morning. It is due for one. But today is so nice, I'm gonna ride. Tomorrow, I think, or tomorrow, late tomorrow afternoon, it's supposed to get a little cloudy, and we got a front coming through. So I'm gonna get my riding in today. May not be able to do it tomorrow, don't know. But I can't complain. We've been having gorgeous weather. Compared to all those months of rain, yeah, I'm enjoying this. Cool, dry. You can tell this bike is just so smooth. The ride, is so much better than my Hawk. Suspension is perfect. It's good, soft. It's not stiff. Of course, I'm a light. I'm sure if somebody was a little heavy, they'd have to do some adjustment on the spring, rear shock. And this 6-speed, it's just so nice. Yeah, this video audio that came out too good. I'm gonna have to look into getting either better mic, or it might just be the camera, I'm not sure. But I've made videos in the past that came out, good. Not great, but good. Yep, just take a little scenic back road ride here. Oh, my battery's charged up in my camera. I didn't even bother checking. It's so long since I did a real ride video. But yeah, getting back to the KPX. I only got just a little 400 miles. That's all. Hey, I couldn't ride for the first couple of months. Very little. I do have 3 bikes, so I got to kind of split up between the 3 bikes. Vulcan S gets the most miles put on because I do use it for my daily commute. I'll take this one once in a while, but, if I know I got to bring nothing back and forth to work with me. get out to either Lifan KPX Spillway or one of the ATV parks in the next month or so before it gets too cold. We'll do some trail riding, get some good video on that. I do need to look into putting a skid plate on here when I do the off-road riding. Look at the one I had in my Hawk. It won't work well. First of all, this bike's taller than my Hawk, so the center stand wouldn't quite work. But just the overall shape of the skid plate doesn't quite mount up. I still had an older skid plate, and I tested it out, and I just couldn't make it work. So I'm going to give me some 1/8 aluminum, cut that out. They do have places on this frame already to mount a skid plate. So that's going to make it pretty simple. Basically there's three bolt holes, one in the front and two underneath, so it's going to make it real simple. I'm not going to make anything fancy like the one I did in my Hawk. I just need something to protect the underside from, protect the case from getting busted. And it kind of stick out far enough to where it kind of help block the shift lever and brake lever so they don't get bent up. This bike, I'm just barely touching the throttle. Cruising along 51 miles an hour here. And the Hawk, of course, the Hawk is carburetor engine. This is fuel injected. You'd have to twist and give it a little more fuel than that. But the response of the fuel injection is unbelievable. And you get this thing, like I said, it was cool this morning. I just hopped on it, hit the start button, fired right up. No sit there waiting for it to warm up. I mean, you should let it warm up a little bit, but I have to warm it up so the engine run away. Hawk, when it's warm days, I can just hop on and crank it up. Cool, like this morning, I'd probably had to put the choke on for a couple of seconds. Fishing this morning. I'm gonna catch him some lunch. I notice I do take this road fairly often for riding. I do because there's no traffic on it. I'm not going to ride in town and get myself hit with the idiots play with their phones. My wife was telling me yesterday they had some kid on a little scooter. Car ran right into him. Somebody playing on their phone. Bike, I've only heard a few complaints on the bike as far as issues. One was the muffler rubbing the rear tire when the spring compressed. I've only heard this happen with 3 different people. But American Life and we'll see out a spacer kit. I don't have no spacers on mine. If mine doesn't rub, it don't come close. But I guess it's just maybe the way the brackets are built on the exhaust. They're not always exact from bike to bike. One of the guys, he just basically spaced his out with a couple of nuts behind the bracket and cleared it. I mean, it's only need a half an inch or so to even clear the tire, I guess. Like I said, I had no problem with mine. Tons of other people didn't have no problem with theirs. But Venom Motorsports and American Life, and they do take care of you. answer questions if needed. I'll email American Life a few times with questions. Within a half hour, I'll get some kind of response back. I'm the one that contacted them about the exhaust hitting. Tell them about other members having, a couple other guys having problems, and they told them to contact them, and they'll send them out a spacer kit with a longer boat. I'll pass it on to those guys. So they answered, took care of something. Wasn't even my problem, but took care of somebody else. Like my hawk, you can forget about that. You bought it, it's yours. There's nothing wrong with my hawk, for the price I paid for it back then, under $1,100, so I can't complain. Beautiful morning on the bayou. Yeah, we have a lot of roads out here that run through the marsh or swamp, whatever you want to call it. So most of the guys on their bikes go riding. Supposedly this week coming, it's going to get downright chilly. I know guys up north, oh, it ain't going to be cold. We will get low 40s and mid 30s around Wednesday or Thursday. And I know your guys are going to make fun of me. Oh, it ain't cold. Down here with a high humidity, 35-degree temperature, might feel like in the lower 20s. I've been where it's up north where it's been cold in the 20s, and it didn't feel like cold compared to here. But y'all don't have to come here. Also recently got me this Bluetooth headset from a helmet. These things work pretty good. I'm basically right now I'm listening to music. Probably can't hear it. I can use my phone if somebody calls me. I can be able to answer it. I should be talking and driving, but it is capable of it. Yeah, no more riding with no music. And I didn't want to put no big old speakers on my bike, blaring away, disturbing everybody else. Keep it to myself. I started singing, don't worry about it, just turn the volume down. I'm sitting here listening to some Pat Benatar right now. Yeah, another reason I don't get much done in a weekend, like riding and doing videos, most of my weekends are taken up where playing music, 2 to 3 nights, Fridays, Saturdays, and on Sundays. So it takes up a lot of my time. Lucky I had nothing last night to go do. Got a little rest, but tonight we got to play our local clubs. And same thing tomorrow afternoon. Got a little bar called the Hangout. It's a little sports bar. Weekends ago, we was in Pass Christian, Mississippi, playing at a little swamp pop festival. Next Sunday night, we have a festival in Berwick, which is about a 30-minute ride from here. Well, yeah, I'm pretty busy, man. This KPX is pretty comfortable. When I first saw the bike and I, got it, or even before I bought it, I'm looking at the seat and I'm thinking of a 2x4 seat with padding on it. And a lot of these other guys will complain about the fact that, things have to be fixed, modifications that do get to run just right. On this bike, basically just put the front wheel and fender on and change it all out, put fuel in it, drove it. Man, it is so beautiful this morning. Yeah, I was watching Herbie's garage. Herbie and I have been pretty good friends, talking back and forth on the forum and texting and so on. He just picked up a GoPro 4 and with a nice helmet and mic, and man, the audio on his videos are great. I'm after looking at the mic for sure. My helmet's pretty well airtight. But I do get a little wind noise in it too, but I think it's because of my mic. I'm trying to remember the brand name of the mic, but it's, I know a few other guys use it. It has a little fuzzy mic cover that basically blocks out all the noise, wind noise. My mic is I put a wind cover on it, and I think it killed out the audio on a couple of my videos. So today I took that cover back off and see if it's any louder. I know I've had problems with my camera when I first got it. The audio level was real low. Contacted the company and they sent me some firmware to install in it, which raised the volume. That worked. On the last couple of videos, it looked like it went back to where it was before. But I think it's because I had the mic cover. Here we are over a year later from Hurricane Ida, and I still see people struggling to get their houses fixed. noticed that the last time I came in. Look at this guy. Oh no, don't stop. Whatever you do. People just don't pay attention. I'm talking about riding the back roads. And, they're probably the same as me. Oh, ain't nobody be coming, just go. I'm not doing like I did on one of my videos. I did a whole hour and a half or 2 hours of ride and recording. Get home and my mic was not plugged in. Not once, but twice. So yeah, the guys in the foreman on me about doing a valve adjustment video. I guess I gotta do that. I had touched the valves, the engine ran pretty good. Idle smooth. So I figure it must be close. If it was too tight, you would notice right away. Especially after it warms up. I will check them. I do my oil change. I'll probably do the valve adjustment at the same time. Just pull the bike apart and start doing it. Doesn't look too bad. Look like I got a little more run than I had on my X22R and my Ghost. It should be fairly simple.